Good afternoon, everybody. सबको मेरा नमस्कार. This is International Master and Fitness Senior Trainer Sekhar Sahu welcomes you on behalf of Sports Authority of Gujarat and Gujarat State Chess Association to this intermediate training session. Hello, Veerabhadra Singh, Tirth Parmar, Megh Parmar, Suresh Bhai Chawda, and Kiara Mehta and Ramakrishna. All are welcome. So, I'll continue with the same topic. Public wants sharp play. They are not happy with ones and two. They want four and six. They want attack. They want action. So let's have a look at it. White is Jan Elvest from Estonia and black is Ulf Anderson. In the World Cup 1988 Belfort, I will make it interactive only when there is a need. Opening variation, there is no need to discuss. So the game started. Sicilian Paulsen. Now, if you want, black has choice to play here four knights Sicilian, or he can play a6, a regular turn or time on. Here, the other main line is to play bishop to e3 so that white can play more actively bishop d3. If you want your white bishop on actively on d3, then bishop e3 is the answer. The alternative is g3, but this is okay. White just want a very simple line. Now, this is typical Tal attack. But in Tal, normally plays b e3 and queen f3. Instead of bishop here, the bishop on e3, so queen f3 and long castle. But now, it is not a good move. This knight capture, if suppose the bishop on e3 and knight on f6, then this is okay. But now the problem is, he cannot play bishop c5. Normally, black players capture here so that they gain a tempo. Queen takes bishop c5. But here it is not possible. The g7 pawn is hanging. So he plays b5. I think this turns out badly. And after seeing the game, nobody will repeat this variation. Normally, this is similar to Zach variation, which is coming after, you know, not f4, knight f6, a6, b5, Zach variation. But here it turns out badly. And now castle. So you can see white has fully mobilized and black has problem. If he castles long, he has a problem. If he castles short, also it takes time. So already this variation is bad. I found a new novelty today. Okay, sure, sure. You can send it to me. Now, here, the idea he wants to give a threat on c2. So you have to defend. Rook coming to d2 or bishop d3. So rd2, defending the threat. Once again, the idea he wants to play d5, and if you play e5, a French character will come. So stopping that. I think already white has got a decisive advantage. The total control of d file now. Before black has castled, and now e5 is coming. Now e5 is coming, and if he will play pawn to d6, and now he will play something like g4 g5, which is very unpleasant. So e5. Now the position, it is very bad, but still now even though it is very bad, still he could have played here knight to d5. Though the position is pretty bad now, nd5, bd5, bd5, it is bad, but it turns out to be a miserable result for black. What is the difference? The difference is when your opponent has initiated, you do not give him more open lines, more opportunities. This clears the g5. The pawn structure is bad, agreed, but the g file has opened up. So there is no good retreat. Knight has no good retreat. After simply queen d7, he can just no compensation. So knight has no good retreat. So he says, you move the knight, I will come to d5. Why should you? Now, how should you play? Please find out, tell me. Okay, the variation. Now, white should play. What should white do now? Okay, sure. You can tell in the last 30 minutes. Finding a novelty is not easy. Finding a novelty is not easy. Now, for example, now here, now he played pawn into. You have to take pawn into knight. Now, the point is, the rook is under attack with a check. So, you don't have time. That means the rook should move to g5. Taking this, you lose all the advantage. So, the check, rook here. Now, plus queen. There is nothing better. If you play pawn takes pawn, simply king b1. White will simply play kb, king b1. Now, I want you to think, how should white play now? So, I hand over the position to you. Please tell me, how should white continue? You have doubt on move 17. I will come to that. I will come to that. First, let us continue the game and I will come back to that. Your doubt. क्या करोगे क्या करोगे अब? Now, please tell me, how should white continue? Suraj Bhai Chawda and Devar says Rukji KH8, RG8, KG1, RG1. Sabas, Sabas, Devers, Rook into, and now Rook 10. The point is, now if you take it, there is no time. You have no time for this. Then he will everything will be okay. There is you are not giving, you are giving breathing time. आप उसको सांस लेने को वक्त दे रहे हैं, तो diagonal बंद कर देगा. So he comes check, the only move, and now takes, now rook check, only move, and now this check finish. On this position will be a disaster, I think. Take, and now I think he is an extra piece. There is no need to see further extra piece. Okay. Any other thing? Okay. Well played. Devers, Suresh Bhai. Okay. Now the whole point is in the variation here. Here he need not have played. Now the normal standard move is to play knight. Good move. This is a good move. And now you play castle. then d6, all this thing will continue. This is one possibility. And if you play some knight into knight, knight into knight, now pawn into knight, e5, knight coming there, now knight to e4, now you play f5. Now you can take the pawn and castle. This is also one variation that a player should think about it. Okay, so this is also one possibility. And other possibility is to play not this, that straight away knight f6, then you can play knight to b5, now bishop to b4, and now the check is a bad move. This is bad move for white because after this you have to surrender the knight, which is bad. White is behind in development. It's a bad position. Now, if you have to defend the pawn, which is bad. That's why you should not give a check here. You should play here a3. And after bishop takes, knight takes, d5. This is little better for white. Take, and now bishop to and pawn push and knight here. White stands little better because of the pawn weakness, and also there is a plan that he can play knight f4 and knight h5. He can play knight castles, knight f4, knight h5. White can play pawn b4, idea bishop b2. So these are the things white gets a small edge because of the black's weakness, big pawn. But I don't think that edge is very big. It is only plus equal. All right, let's go to the next. So a capture is bad when you are not developed because here this is bad because of the g7 pawn is still not covered. You can't play bishop c5. Whenever you black plays, he must get a tempo. Otherwise, there is no meaning. No meaning. It is just bad. Okay, going to the moving forward next. These are all sharp games. These are all okay. Normally, I do not approve bishop g5 line because knight e4 gets immediate counterplay. On bishop g5, you can play even g5. This is also possible. Or you play bishop h4, bishop h4. Then I recommended to you Grandmaster Yuri Rajwajev c6 with the idea when you play. This is the only plan. Otherwise, you don't have any point which you do not drive the knight. Only move, then queen check. Now c3, then queen coming. Good position. This is a good position for black because the pawns are doubled. These are bad pawns. And the dark squares. Board black has a dark square bishop. All the squares are weak. Now, if you play defend it, so you play queen d3 and d2 to ns3, it turns out badly. So the whole variation, even if you play here, no, I go to the variation. I go to the variation. Now c6. Now f3, queen check. Even if you don't double, even if you do not double, still this is good. Now knight into suppose, queen into. Now the position, I mean, awkward situation of knight. This is not the permanent place, and dark square, double bishop for black. So this is no problem. And in the event of knight bishop f4. Now if you play bishop f4, maybe here this is good. Now you play, I can come back. This is good. This is also okay. So I don't see any great achievement with this Tromposky attack. Tromposky is not dangerous. This is called Tromposky. When you play NC3 D5, this is called Richter Verasova attack. This is called Verasova attack. Now NC3 and bishop coming. And if you play directly, it is called Tromposky, which is not dangerous. I recommend to you to play here any. Hmm. Veerabhadra Singh says e4. Devars, what do you play? What do you play? Are you asking me? Are you asking me? Devars Ramakrishna, I don't know. Okay, here next I go to Kuzmin versus Edward Gulfed. Kuzmin was a very creative grandmaster. He was highly talented, but did not get the kind of support. Basically, he was from Lugansk, a small town from Ukraine, Lugansk, and he was the best player from that area and a very solid grandmaster, good knowledge of opening theory, and very active style player. I like two books written by Kuzmin, Chess University, Volume 1, Chess University, Volume 2. Small booklets were very good books, excellent books. So, Edward Gufford goes for the Benoni or Benko. So, challenge accepted. Now, that means it is going to be a Benoni. So, it's a Benoni. Also, you can see black can play a sort of waiting. Instead of taking, black can play rook. Why? Because when he captures, you have to capture the pawn into, not with c pawn. Now take. Now this is lifeless position. I mean, this is not dynamic. It is just it is very boring because nobody has got any kind of advantage. The only the d pawn is controlling some space. That's all. So there is no queen side majority. Neither white has some king side advantage. So normally the players play pawn into. But the move rook e8 idea he wants to capture. Now that means you need to protect the pawn. So how are you going to protect the pawn? Let us say you protect the pawn with queen. Now I'm not going to capture, and there is additional possibility. Later on, I can capture on e4 and a pin, depending. Not right now. Not right now. So let us see. Now, for example, you can make a move waiting. A waiting move. Now you play. You can't play. What are you going to do now? You play suppose a3. Okay. Now I can make a further waiting. Maybe here a further waiting. I won't capture. I will capture at a time when your development complete, you have no more waiting. So this is like a cat and mouse. However, white stands better. A good player can always find good moves. So this is just an interesting idea I'm telling you. But in the game, you play take and take. So defend it. Now bishop f4 is normal standard. White is having objectively a little better game. And right now the d6 pawn is backward, so you cannot develop your bishop smoothly. And preparing to bring rook to e1 d1 and start advancing. White setup is he wants to make pawn h3 so that the bishop remains in the diagonal. This is one in the diagonal. Second, he will rook को अलाए, this rook will come, and thereafter he will start try try for the break. This is one of the standard plan. Normally, a player tries with white side. So I think this this is not good. At the moment, he should have stopped the pawn b5 plan. Now, anyway, it is Kuzmin's idea. He is going for his own line. So a blunder. This is actually a blunder. This position here, it was better to play rd1, r then h3. These are good moves. But now this one, it is a blunder. Knight into pawn. Now the after knight into the e2 bishop is unprotected. So I mean, Grandmaster Goofeld overlooked this point. And if you take pawn into bishop into c3, and he will pick up a pawn. So knight into does not help. Another knight is replacing. And now if you play pawn into bishop c3 and I pick up, then you may ask the long diagonal. The main problem is that the black squares, but black queen can defend the black squares, and white pieces are not active. The point is, though I do agree the black squares are weak, but not other pieces are joined. So take it. Material. Bobby Fischer said, if opponent is giving material, grab it. Then he adds the sentence, if you find that he cannot punish you. If you find opponent cannot punish you immediately or even long term, you can grab. I don't see that with passive pieces he can punish. The d5 pawn is under attack. The knight is in pin. So if I get second pawn, I'll give exchange. So there is no way that he can exploit the dark square. And here queen into, suppose you play queen into, then knight into pawn and knight into bishop is coming. So another passive move. Okay. Now he is trying to consolidate. I mean, if black will not play aggressively, white will regroup the knight, bring the bishop back to the diagonal, which is three moves. Which is three moves, it is not possible to get. Well played. Now he wants to do whatever best possible things. Dark squares. Now here I think at this moment here, he should maybe I would say, what can he do here? I don't see to find an active move for Grandmaster Buffett. He went back. I think now he's preparing. Now he's preparing to enter. It could be the knight could have come to this side maybe. I don't know. But where to put the rook? That is another problem. Where to put it? Maybe maybe it is a possible thing to play bf5 and pawn f6 maybe. That is also a problem. So already, I think already he has burnt the boat. Maybe he did not see Grandmaster Buffeld. Now maybe he did not see that this sort of move is possible here. No time now. The knight is out of action. I think it is now difficult. Probably engine can defend such a position from here, but now it is difficult. With a dream that I will exploit this black square, which is not coming. Finished. You have no time to take the knight. After pawn into knight, there is no time, I think. I think bishop c3, re5, I am thinking re5, then f4 will come. Pawn f4. No, I don't think so f4. Because bishop c3, re5, 4 you don't have time because of this. Maybe just rook into. Maybe just rook into should win the game. It should win. Rook into, pawn into, and bishop e5. So here there is no time for you. So here he played rook e5 in advance. Here the position is okay. I mean, this position, this may be not the correct move. Let me see what I can recommend for black. Now instead of this move, let's see. Probably like this Fisher, like Spassky Fisher match. Maybe I should play knight. Ask a question now. So you give this, then one of the danger is gone, and now I can come queen here, and then I can start pushing the pawn. This is also okay. I think so. Knight comes here. Problems are there. The variation already problem. I think this itself I ask question mark. Now this position I think perfectly okay. Here maybe you can play ND7, ND7, and now if you play knight here, because on knight here I have got ND6, so I don't have to worry. I can play A6, A4, and this is a standard pattern. Now knight E5. You can't drive it easily. You cannot drive it. So this is okay. The position is quite active for black now. Okay. Anyway, we get learn from the games lost of Grandmaster Kuzmin punished him very badly. After this, he punished him. Finished the game. Finish. Now this check is running away. This is running away. So after D6, it is all over. Mate seems to be unstoppable. Mate unstoppable. Even if you come queen, still there is mate. This check, bishop check mate. Or queen check and mate. Hmm. Hello Nandini Kulkarni. Okay. So this was a really far work, but mishandling of the open. Normally Bufeld is very good in opening area. Now Aronian versus these are bad. You know, player should play normal chess. This is standard moves. Now you should play. But if you play 97, knight either, even knight either is badly placed. So black cannot afford to waste moves in the opening stage, especially in Sicilian or any open games. When the game is wide open and especially black cannot waste one move. So this is just a clumsy move. Any seven, so punishing. Now if you play knight, this is Mahar. So he plays this. Okay. The idea now, if you take, I can defend it. White is better now. Now the problem is, if you play the normal move bishop g7, bishop b4 will come. C3 also. Better. In the absence of black square, the queen will look for the post on h6. Positionally. Clearly better. White has grabbed the initiative. Oh, this is too much. You know, first of all, a player should not think two times. King in center, number one. And number two, white is a grandmaster. So a player should respect the opponent, and also his own position is like that. So grabbing the pawn is just asking, show me how you will win the game. That is, show me white to play and win. The puzzle he is asking. So he will show. Now he will show. The move is knight f4 is coming now. So run. Very bad position. The point is, now he thought he will get away. The whole idea, discover से कुछ नहीं होता है at the moment. At the moment, I am ready to give queen. Suppose you come here, I can play here queen into also, taking bishop into compensation. Because the pawn is weak, you have got a rook, bishop and a pawn and the d4 weakness. So if you play immediately, he will survive. But this position, another you cannot keep. Now there is a threat has come. Now a serious threat. And you take this, this is having so many knight will come to attack many points. So this he gave, but it is committing suicide. Finish. It's all over. The only move, you cannot move the rook. Okay. Now if you play, this is very uncomfortable. Now BB7 loses material. BB7 rook check and then knight check will come. So rook into rook, finish. Which will need two pass pawn and no compensation. So he cannot play. He cannot play. So he played in the game bishop. How we should continue the game? Now the position, many times we get good positions, but the win slips from our hand. That means you are not executing correctly. What should you do now? Please check out how should White continue the game. Ramakrishna's move ND is correct. The knight from center creating various threats. Now 97 is a threat and knight f6 is also a threat. Idea the queen will come to the long diagonal, black diagonal, queen. This is trying for attack is bad. Now I will tell you already the position that black is losing the game. So he should better think of defense. Trying to attack in a position with so many weaknesses will boomerang, will backfire. A blunder. Now tell me why this is winning quickly. Somebody tell me quickly now winning in 2-3 moves. Knight f6 check, the only move. White to play and win. It should be very fast for your standard. You have to play very quickly and find it. The knight is around a fork. No, is a fork. Queen f8. Yeah. Here's the Parmar. It's Queen f8. Correct. Now you take this. It is devastating. Queen check and finish. And you take there is a knight fork. Mate threat gone. So where is the problem? Always find out where is the mistakes they are doing. So I would attribute first opening mistake. A player should avoid this kind of moves. Bad move. One should not do this. This is already okay. This is okay. Now he is giving the bishop. You can save the bishop also. But this is okay. But not this bad. Okay, one mistake does not lose the game. Please note, one mistake does not lose. Another mistake. Now a6. Okay, here b5 looks good. Idea bb7. It is in the game. Ulasin beat somebody. Clearly plus for white. e5 is bad. Whatever you do, it is bad. Now, if you don't take, once a3 comes, the bishop will be a giant bishop. So he wants to take that before that. Plus. Well, this is a threat now. This is a threat now. So you have to stop that. Finish. Now, not only one extra pawn with completely dominating position. So this is bad. So already mistakes. So I will tell you second mistake. जो हो गया हो गया. Now you better develop. You better come and castle. At least this is something good. Player should not collapse. Another bad one. Second mistake. Plus. Now there is a problem. The black squares. So I leave this. English attack. All modern grandmasters are fluent with theory of the English attack. Okay, this is all right, no problem. Now queen d2 and long castle, short castle. So in the position when the king castled opposite direction, both will try to make a pawn star, try to open a file. Sometimes they give a pawn sacrifice to open a file. Sometimes even a piece sacrifice just to open line. Here the normal plan, white will play g4, h4, g5. The plan of white is to pawn from English attack g4, g5, h4, h5 and g6 to open. And black will also play b5, rook c8, knight b6 and knight c4 or pawn b4. But in this particular position, white is ahead. g4. Now black should not have castled and pawn b5 should have been there. For example, you play b5. Suppose pawn on b5, knight b6 would have come. On d5, knight d7. But now he has castled and there is no time. So at least even now you should have played this way. This is lesser evil. ये भी white better है, but कम खराब था black के लिए. But he played b5. Now knight. What else? Force move. If he will play knight coming there, then there is a problem will come. You know that at this moment, what is the plan? I want to play some pawn push and exchange the white square bishop. Then d5 point is big. I want to prepare exchanging white square bishop, and if it doesn't exchange, bishop g4 will come, and the knight is out of the game for a long time. Taras formula. This is a bad position. So he plays in the game knight. Okay. Now white is clearly better, superior position. So white should start h4, h5, h4. Now black wants to do some counteraction. So what should do? How should white play? White to play. I want you to find a plan. Hello, Kribya Parmar. Getting an advantage is one part. Then making a correct plan and execute. So these are the things. Now getting white has an excellent position. Find a plan. If the Parmar says bishop s3. Okay. Veerabhadra bishop s3. I think you think again. The point is आपका चेस बोर्ड पे है ना पूरा फोकस रहना चाहिए चारों तरफ नजारा में वीकनेस कहां पर है eagle eyed Rubinstein used to see weakness like an eagle. Vassal Parik wants to make a pawn stop, h5 and g6. Vassal's plan is to play h5, g6. Veerbhadra is not correct. I want pieces for attack. Okay, let us say, don't suggest me. Tell me the vulnerable points in black position. ब्लैक का पोजीशन में क्या क्या वीकनेस है मुझे बताओ. Weakness means, what do you mean? A bad king position is a weakness. Badly placed queen or a badly placed piece is a weakness. A weak pawn, a weak square, an underdeveloped piece. ब्लैक का कितना वीकनेस है मैं देखता हूँ. ब्लैक का है 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 weakness है. Black has 10 weaknesses and white has got maybe one. White has got two. White has got three. So white has 10 weakness है black. Okay, these are the weak point, not developed. It is very bottled up too. Then bad and backward. And this is, these are also bad squares. These are also bad squares. And this square, bad square. This is bad square. This is bad square. So all this area, you see, all the squares are weak. Okay, and this weaknesses. Apart from that, this storming. There is an advantage. White can start this, but I will tell you the most annoying. Abhi, if you play some move h5 and g6, वो मारेगा. Then first of all, you have to guard before playing g6. You need to guard h6. So time जाता है. So what about this one? What about this one? Huh? All the squares, this will be vulnerable. Knight coming in. Abhi, the queen cannot attack. If you see, now these two knights are covering lot of areas. Lot of areas. And now there is a threat. There is no time. There is no time for coming here. And there is no time for him to play queen. Now, queen into pawn आ जाएगा. The point is unprotected piece. ये भी एक weakness. Queen c7, queen into b4 is coming. Knight a5. Knight a5. Knight c6. Finish. Pawn down और weaknesses तो है. और अभी और ज्यादा हो गया. अभी और ज्यादा weakness हो गया. एक pawn भी गया. कुछ नहीं. अभी पिन का कोई मतलब नहीं रहा. दो pawn down. 2 pawn down. This is normally hopeless position. Exchange दे देगा तो जीत जाएगा. Finish. पीसेस ही नहीं अटैक करने में. He resigned. He resigned here. यहाँ पे 3 है. I have got 3. You cannot do anything. Okay. So I leave. Finishing the game. Welcome Sritu Nandi. Abhi I'll tell you here. We always see a game how the game could have taken a different turn. यहाँ पर कैसल किया. So you should have played here b5. Now if you continue g4, you will play knight. Now you continue knight, then this. Now you play pawn push, the rook will come. अभी इसका कोई मतलब नहीं है. अभी the position will, of course, still I would still favor white only. White only. White can play knight here, threatening knight b7. ये भी possible है. But it is better than immediate castle. Immediate castle, he got all the plan very quickly. This is just bad. And finally, even this is also worse. This itself, this itself is a bad move. Should not block pawn. Another bad move. Same piece moving. अरे white is a strong grandmaster. वो क्या कल चेस सीखा है तो तुमको दे देगा. This is just bad. जाओ पीछे. So आना है और जाना है. Now I want to create weaknesses. So खेलो b6. So what has happened? Now lot of weak squares have been created. So bishop f4. With the idea, I may play knight b5 at some time. Or next move e3 can come also closing. So here, bad move. Okay, queen will go back. There is no point in giving checks and all. So queen will go back. Now white black has to castle. तो अभी castle कैसा करेगा? If you make some fianchetto, then it is not a good idea because the bishop on g7 will like a dummy or also taking a square from the white bishop. So he decided to play e6 and then bishop e7 and castle. What should white do now? What will you do? Where will you go? Tirth Parmar says knight b5. Knight b5. But there is something better. If you notice this diagram, I did not give a check because bishop d7 is there. Did not give a check, made a humble retreat. But now there is a difference. The bishop is no more there. The white bishop has no more link to d7. No more link. So check is strong. Abhi, now last diagram, the check was meaningless because bishop could go. But अभी कौन बचाएगा? Check को queen आएगा तो c7 pawn गया nb5 के पास. So check is winning. Check is just winning. Now if you play nd7, I will put pressure now. For example, I will play knight. Now there is a lot of pressure. Maybe also knight coming here. Maybe this knight will come also. So it is not easy. Because queen d7 also loses with a double attack. Knight will come threatening c7 and threatening e5. Knight e5 is winning and immediate threat knight c7. And bishop does not work. तो bishop आएंगे तो bishop into bishop. अभी ये knight check दे दे. अभी knight check दे दे. Pawn भी गया और game भी जाए. So a player should be alert and unnecessary moves. Knight c6 was just bad. गया खत्म. अभी गया queen into queen और क्या knight into अभी pawn down और second pawn down. Now one more pawn will go. One more. अभी d5 attack f5 ऊपर आएगा तो एक और पंच. पंच पे पंच. This is too much. So he should resign now. क्या खेला उसने? उसने खेला ऐसा? नहीं खेला. He resign ही कर दिया. He resigned. The whole point is mistakes कहाँ होता है? This itself is a bad. Another bad move. जो एक गलती से गेम हारता नहीं है. One mistake will not lose. जो हो गया. You develop your pieces, castle. You play knight h6. Now castle. You play some h6 so that bishop बच जिंदा रहेगा. So c4. Now e6. Now knight c3. Now bishop e7. Bishop here castle. The position will lot of fight. ये गेम में बहुत दम है. But if you play like this, these are all elementary, stupid man, these things. I know even more, but this one might be the best. All right. Okay. Going to the next game. Knight f6, pawn into pawn. So knight c6. As I told you, there are two plans here. You can go a6, idea e6, b5, or the next plan is both unique. This is very equality. If black is happy with equal, he can go botanic plan. E6, bishop b4, and castle quickly. Now this is leading easy equality. Botanic adopted. Even Anand played this also. And I recommend the more ambitious move here to play a6, b5. Okay. Unnecessary capture. Only if your end game comes now, black has given his best minor piece. Here, this is bad piece because of the mobility is not there, and this is a good piece. Here, this is a good piece, and the bad piece is out of the pawn chain. So, a more desirable move is to play bishop e7 and castle. This is the correct move. And when now again, what's correct move is to play s3. Opening move you should not play now. Now this will come and you have to surrender the bishop. So it is not a good idea. You play s3 here. Now here you play s3 and now bishop is safe. And now white will play normal move bishop d3 and castle. It's a good game. Both are having chances, but white is better. However, in the game he plays bishop here. So why should you waste time? So just develop. See, these are bad moves in wrong direction. Fantastic. Terrific grip on center. E4, E5 और ये तो आने वाला है एक ना एक दिन आएगा ही. Terrific position. If you do this, you will invite the knight to C5. Invitation to knight cannot take that pawn. The small tactics will come. Plus minus. The position ये तो लग रहा है mate होगा. It appears to me that black is heading towards a mating attack. White is heading to give a mate on the black. It looks like to me. So here black played g6. Find a plan. I want you to find a plan. All of you will agree white has a clear superior position. Superior bishop, superior center, centralized pieces. He has done maximum. Black has weaknesses. King side में dark square weak है. Then ace5, rook a8 is unused and bad bishop. How many weak points? This is not good, not good. All the squares, dark squares, all the squares are bad. And bad bishop and also weaknesses of dark squares. So the king can be a target also. So how to make a plan here? What will you do now? Where will you go? What will you do? Very nice, I feel. Now, अभी ready है. You need the knight into the attack. Knight will join to the attack. So, because all other pieces are doing, this is doing a job in attack. This is all they are doing excellent. So, this is the one doing nothing. You know, पक्का गानो, the ideal piece को काम दो. It is in a good place but doing nothing now. So very well played. Now I want to open up the game. Just ये कभी ना कभी दे देगा, ये दे देगा कभी ना कभी. Apart from that, very well. Pawn into is bad. Picking up a piece. This game is finished. You take, it is devastating. Knight into, followed by queen g5, queen h6, all over. The positional advantage is now too much. Finish. Idea, if you take it, queen g5 check, and rook अगर हट गया तो गेम गया. रूक और हट गया तो नाइट इंटू नाइट एंड देन इज अ नेटिंग अटैक. आप अभी मटेरियल देख के जिंदा रहो. ये मारो, क्वीन चेक, किंग f8, क्वीन इंटू डी, नाइट इंटू नाइट. ये मारेगा तो पहला नाइट इंटू नाइट मारेगा. नाइट इंटू c6 एंड क्वीन g5 चेक एंड एक्सचेंज आउट. फिनिश. अभी मार नहीं सकता है, रुक चला जाएगा. नाउ इफ यू टेक रुक इज गोइंग, दैट मीन्स यू रन द रुक. Why to play and win? Show me the game. Show me how you will finish the game. अभी आ रही थी नो, यू नो, गेम में इतना टाइम नहीं देना. सडन फिनिश है. यू नो, whenever there is a precise finish, you have to find it. To become a strong grandmaster, strong player, you must find the finish. Do not play slowly now. Yeah, you can show the novelty. Now, for example, when I give a queen check, he cannot play queen g6. Queen g6 नहीं खेल सकता है. Why? Knight e7 check में game जाएगा. When I play queen check, knight, always examine a check very quickly. Queen check, he can't play queen g6. So, knight check, finish. Knight check and finish. Queen g6 is not possible. और ये mate कौन बचाएगा? Who will defend this mate now? ये mate को कौन बचाएगा? Finish. And if you come here, and then there is another punch is coming. तो queen यहाँ आएगा तो mate lost. अब ये mate बचाओ, ये queen बचाओ. So the whole point is you have to find always precise finish. The series from here onwards, the game is distractive. Good move, excellent move. Cannot take. This is bad. Now it is demoralized. When a player is now suffering, no, they get very upset. It is very boring for some player to defend. Was for the previous position. Okay. Let me see what is the previous position she's talking. Okay. Now rook e3 s3. No, the knight is under attack. At the moment, the knight is under attack. So this check is necessary. Rook e3 not correct. So here it is precisely this is the correct move. And now knight e3 under attack here. So rook e3, you will take the knight. Okay. Not correct. Now this is the queen's gambit accepted. So you should play c5 now maybe. The more correct move is to play b c5, bb4. Now this is very passive. Then you should not have taken pawn into pawn. The knight f6, the position, knight f6, c6, and d7, that is a different position. Now he's mixing up, mixing up. Turns out badly. b5, take, now take, you have to take, surrender the bishop now. Already plus, already plus position. The point is, the game opens up for white pieces. Black is much underdeveloped, so white is better in center, better in development, and better in pawn structure. White has three advantages already: superior pawn structure, superior center, and superior development. Now he has been outplayed. In a bad, it is not easy to defend a bad position. Only extremely strong grandmasters can defend. This is now defend with queen. No threat. Now he is giving a mate threat. Now not mate threat basically. He is giving a bishop into knight, planning to give h2 check. So here stopping. Bishop into knight has stopped. Winning. Now the position, I want you to find out how to play this position. Many times we have got a good position. What are the features you notice? Now the feature is one, there is a tension here. One, your two things are lined up. This is one point. Please note that. Note that when I take, he may give bishop into this is check. Second point, the rook is against the queen. This is second weak point. He is only banking, वो सिर्फ एक ही मूव पे अटका हुआ है. ब्लैक का जान अटका हुआ है सीधर इधर. So threat. Okay, made threat. अभी whatever do it is gone. So he gave made threat. A desperation. You cannot take it on account of knight fork. Knight fork. But I told you now pawn into is there. So pawn into. Now if you take bishop takes pawn will win the queen. You cannot capture. So he comes knight into pawn. Idea, the queen will enter now. So I should not capture king. Okay. There is a mate threat. So पहले ले लो pawn. Now pawn on the 7th rank, 6th rank also. Pawn mostly on 7th rank. Always there is combination comes. So what is the outcome? Now the rook has become a watchman. For the square, now this square rook has become a watchman. That means you cannot do anything. Back rank, the rook is fixed. He cannot think of doing anything. So there is a mate threat. The end game is hopeless. You would agree the end game is hopeless for black because of pawn on 7th house. So queen challenge. Cannot afford to play the end game. You run. White to play and win now. Of course, this is very straight and simple answer. Very straight, simple answer. Only move. The only move. Now puzzle. Finishing touch. Idea. Knight is this is attack 1, attack 2. अभी कैसा बचोगे? ये threat is too much. This threat is too much. So now if you place bishop, anyway rook, because I have a new queen coming. So this ये जो है, ये जो क्यों, why all these things are happening? अभी the desire to avoid lot of theoretical path. Zeron Piquet from Netherlands is having lot of good coaches. One of his top coaches was Korsunai. Victor Y. Korsunai was one of his main coach. Naturally, with Korsunai his coach, he will know all the theoretical lines very well. And Victor Kuprichik wanted to avoid the preparation. It is a bad thing. You should play straight. Kuprichik is a grandmaster. He should play the normal opening. That is what I say. Do not be afraid of opponent preparation, name, fame. Just play logical main line. Do not try to surprise. You will get surprised. Now I will tell you. Once I went to a hotel near Pune, and the hotel was very posh and it's a big hotel. So I saw the menu. There was something called omelette surprise. I liked that. I said, इतना तो ये सरप्राइज ऑमलेट क्या है? तो आई ऑर्डर ऑमलेट सरप्राइज. थोड़ी देर के बाद he brought omelette with some, salads around it and something decoration. Omelette surprise. Okay, I said, what is so surprise? The surprise came when he gave me the bill. It was 4 times costlier than the normal omelette. Oh, I see. This is the surprise. So do not try to surprise. You will get surprised. तो ये जो है ओपनिंग को आप सरप्राइज मत दो, नॉर्मल खेलो. यू प्ले नॉर्मल G3 BG2 कैसल कैटालान. यू प्ले इट विल क्वींस गैम्बिट. यू प्ले इट विल सेमी स्लैप. यू प्ले दिस मूव नाइट F6. अभी ये पोजीशन में नो नो यू प्ले हियर नाइट F6. नाउ सेमी स्लैप खेलो. नाउ C6 खेलो. दिस इज ओके. यू कैन प्ले क्वींस गैम्बिट एक्सेप्टेड. There is so many lines declined. You can play Laskar, Tatak over, Taras, जो भी सेमी Taras. But these are bad. एक बार मारा तो you should play in the spirit of Queen's Gambit accepted. अभी NC3 खेला. Now maybe you should play here C5. ये खेल सकते हैं आप. ये this makes no sense now. These are the bad things. So omelette surprise. I was surprised by the bill. Hello Kamal. मेनू पे प्राइस नहीं था. That is a surprise. If you give the price, people will not order. So there was no price written on the menu. So omelette surprise. The bill was the surprise. So here Boris Bhai Gulko. Now this is Grunfeld defense, and I think the position is not dangerous because Neo Grunfeld is not dangerous. Okay, the whole idea, Black wants to strike at C5. It may be possible to play knight A6 later on and play C5. It is a possible castle, and then you play knight A5 and C5. Okay, this is also okay. This is not correct. Not in the spirit of Grunfeld. Now a central passpawn will come. This is bad. If you open up the diagonal, you are blocking your bishop and the white diagonal will open. So it will not be turn out badly. So, these are artificial moves. You see, pieces should be central. This is one badly placed piece. And what you have come here? What are you doing here? ने कर क्या रहा है? Even I fail to understand. यहाँ पे थ्रेट नहीं है. So is a dreaming कि अभी मैं यहाँ हट जाऊंगा और ये आ जाएगा. So this is under attack and this is under attack. This is bad. Now what you should do? This is the whole point. He is targeting this point. Okay, he is targeting this point. एक tempo ले लो and come back. Tempo. R8. Now bishop C5. एक वो और खेलवाता है. Plus minus. He has employed all the pieces. White piece, black pieces are funny placed. Then both knights are badly placed. And a central pass pawn. Means already black is outplayed. You can say already outplayed. जाओ पीछे. This is ये क्या है? What is this? कम से कम ये तो खेलना था उसको. अभी ये पॉइंट इज अभी किया आएगा तो A5 में ये पीस ट्रैप. ये ट्रैप हो जाएगा. अभी अनदर बैड मूव. Pointless. Material down now. Material down. Rook. Finish. This position is knight into this one, queen into. फिनिश. अभी ये एक एक मूव का ट्रैप है. ये मारा तो चेक है. बच्चों वाली बात. Resigns. He can resign now. After bishop takes back rank, bishop f8 check, 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 bottom. So these are the means ये जो है, this white is not winning, black is losing the game. Unnecessary. These are all experiment. You are trying all experiment basis. ये position में ये खेला, you should castle, castle, castle. And now you can play knight here, threatening to play c5. This is a possible move. और ऊपर से ये भी है, या ये at this point you can also play castle, castle. No. At the castle you can also play direct c5. This is also possible. After pawn into, maybe here you can do knight. This point you can grab, the other knight is there, queen is there. So this is also a possibility. But this one is giving a free hand to e5, gives a free hand. I saw a game of white was Maya Chiburnidis. Maya Chiburnidis. She also scored a fantastic, but not with completely with somebody else. Very easy. By the today in the mail I had this. I have not seen. I will see. I have a class at 7 to 8. So after 8:30 I will see that. I will see 8:30. Two more games. You sent me three games. I saw already one or two. I will see. Okay. So here, my topic today, what I will give, analysis of classic games. Examples, analyzing some classical games. So this is bad. That black is digging his own grave. अपना गड्ढा खुद खोद रहा है. The same thing happens here. The same. He goes for the all the same pattern. एक बार हारा तो लेसन ने उसको सुधरा नहीं, वापस वापस सेम सेम टाइप ऑफ खेल रहा है. क्वाइट बेटर. क्लियर प्लस. अभी देर आर टू डिफेक्ट. वन, ये किंग साइड में थोड़ा लूज हुआ है. दिस इज अ लूज पोजिशन, अनप्रोटेक्ट. ये जो है कभी भी यहाँ पे थ्रेट लगाएगा, डबल अटैक करेगा. सेंट्रल पास पान तो रेडी है, ये पुश करेगा तो पास पान हो जाएगा. ऑलरेडी पोजिशन इज प्लस. डबल अटैक. अभी कम से कम उसको किंग h7 खेलना चाहिए. एट द मोमेंट यू शुड प्ले दिस. यू शुड प्ले. नो, कहाँ खेलेगा, ये तो मर रहा है, कहाँ खेलेगा. सो उसने ये खेला और सैक मार दे. इज अ वेरी वीक किंग. नाउ द नाइट इज अटैक और ये सैक मार दो इधर. तो वेरी बैड किंग एंड नो, नॉट इवन मटेरियल डाउन. गया, खत्म. अभी ये जा रहा है. इफ यू टेक इट आई विल इग्नोर द एक्सचेंज. मैं ये रुक दे देगा, नाइट इंटू पॉन मार देगा. ये खेला, कुछ भी नहीं, ले लो. Now it is too much. Very bad king position and not developed and not complete. कितना पीसेस का अटैक्स है. नाउ बिशप इज हैंगिंग, किंग इज साइड इज वीक. एंड अभी बिशप को डेवलप कहाँ करेगा. अभी मेट लग रहा है. अभी ये सब क्वीन चेक आएगा, बिशप आएगा. व्हाइट स्क्वायर का प्रॉब्लम, बैड फाइल का प्रॉब्लम. व्हाइट टू प्ले एंड विन, फाइंड आउट. इट इज लाइक ए पजल नाउ. नाउ इट इज अ पजल. Yes, yes, Virabhadra, this attack is very fast. I want you to show the finish. आप लोग मुझे बताओ गेम में व्हाइट कैसा फिनिश मारेगा. Ramakrishna, I will check your game now. After this, can somebody show me the finish here? Party finish. No, 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 no. Rook f6. Not rook f6. Place first check because rook f the queen is unprotected. The queen is unprotected. So check and now queen finish. अभी बचेगा नहीं. Now he simply cannot defend. Whatever you do, it is lost. He is trying for some activity and now ये line up है ये खत्म हो रहा है. What a power on this point. Now the line up. What there is no यहाँ गया तो भी गेम जाएगा. My threat is simple 1-2. ये that means if you come somewhere here then the bishop will come. Mate ये मार देगा. So ये आया खत्म. मारेगा तो f7 पे. You take mate into rook into check and queen h7 mate. The only move. Idea mate. Only move. Reason. Now rook is lost. You can save the mate only by giving a rook. Maybe you will not able to save. Can yeah. Bishop h3. No, you can save. You can save it. But rook तो जाएगा. So this it turned out badly. The whole point is the concept of allowing a pawn white gets. I think I will show you that Chibunidis game sometime later. Maya Chibunidis same way. Trust somebody. Levon Aronian a little different from this last Grunfeld. Those players are English opening. They should know Grunfeld. Those who play English opening. This is bad. You know, Knight has made already two moves. Apart from that, poorly placed. दो मूव भी किया है और बेकार जगह में है. This is bad. Knight's place is not correct. Idea next e4. Next e4 is coming. Desire to attack, one will not get attack. He is trying to attack, that knight will come, bishop will, all this thing will not do. You better watch knight f4. खत्म. अभी नाइट फ्री हो गया, रुक फ्री हो गया. अभी ये जो पॉन आई एम नाउ ये सो आएगा बिशप का निकल लाइन से निकल गया. सब पीछे, एवरीथिंग पीछे पीछे. It is only bad. I cannot criticize this move, but it is bad. So he is looking for some combination. If rook and rook, rook and rook. So rook here. Now knight under pin, only move. Only move. Otherwise you lose material. So only move. Finish. It is not only exchange up, but rapidly finishing the game. Now the point is he gets queen. अभी ये जो मारा तो ये थ्रेट दे रहा था ना, ये थ्रेट तो उसको भी मार दो. मार के रुक आ जाएगा. खत्म. अभी बिशप b6 क्वीन इंटू बिशप मार दो. एंड अभी टू मच. अभी मेट बचाओ. कितना पीस है ऑलरेडी. ही हैज गॉट 1 2 3 4 टू पीसेस बट क्वीन जा रहा है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल अभी मेट तो बचाना है सपोज यू कम हियर, ये क्वीन जाएगा, कहीं भी गया क्वीन जाएगा, ये डिस्कवर चेक में, क्वीन A5 B4, तो क्वीन इज लॉस्ट एनीवे। सो मेट तो बचाओ, मेट बचाएगा तो क्वीन जाएगा, तो क्वीन बचाएगा तो मेट जाएगा। यू कैन डिफेंड द क्वीन बट एट द कॉस्ट ऑफ मेट, है ना, ये आएगा तो बिशप मेट, तो ओनली आई थिंक दिस इज द ओनली, फिर भी ये जाएगा, क्वीन ही गया, कहीं भी गाओ, ये आएगा गया, ये गया, यहाँ गया, कुछ भी नहीं। So queen, the typical mating patterns in mind. Okay, I want to see what Ramakrishna says. I would like to see that. Let's see. D4 D5, C4 E6, Knight C3, Knight F6. Okay. Now Bishop G5, B E7. This is all normal. Now Knight F3, H6. This is also normal. Bishop H4, Bishop H4, Castle. Now Rook G1. I am not very much keen about on this move, because normally Rook G1 is designed to attack. So you should be ready to castle. The idea is to play G4 G5. It is interesting, but I would say if the position of the queen is on C2 and castle or ready to castle, it would be more prudent, more correct to keep the condition ready for castle. This is maybe better way. Okay, Rook G1. How should black play now? Let's see. The idea, now the weakness is there. So you want to play G4, G5 and expose the king. Let's see. This is a planning for a wing attack. Normally a wing attack is countered by a central blow. Normally. Let us check it out. What will I do as black? Now as black, I would like to now play knight E4. Now bishop is doubly attacked. तो वो मारेंगे ही. This will make no sense. If you are playing, your plan is to advance, so this would not be correct. So you will take it, queen into. And now, what will you do? Now I want to take this point and open up the game. So I will play rook G1. Maybe it is a novelty, because in my career I have not seen a move like rook G1 in this position. I have seen in Sicilian, Dragon, Nasdorf, all these things, but not in Queen's Gambit. RG1. I would like to now play NE4, exchange the bishop. I think this is practically forced. Practically, this is forced. I would take. And now, what should white do? No, I would not like to do. You see, I will tell you, Virabhadra, Rook G1, you want to play DC4. No, I would not do this. I would not do this. DC4, why should he play E4 here? I don't like to play E4. Maybe I will play queen here. I'm ready to castle. So I would like to decide immediately. I want that NE4. So this is double attack. Now you are forced to practically. This makes no look takes. What will you do now after this? Knight into knight is bad. This is not. What will you do? Okay, I will tell you why knight into knight is bad. If you play knight into, and knight here, I will play E5. And now knight into pawn, I will play pawn into. And queen into pawn, then rook will come. It's a good game. This will be a good position for black. Okay. So I would not like to all do this. So here, this position, I would like to play uh, queen into. Now you have to decide. Knight into is not good, because I told you the variation. Take knight here e5, and take queen into rook here. Now you defend the knight. You have to play something like this. Now this queen check can come. You are getting trouble. Maybe here bishop knight will come. Bishop comes. Very free game. So this will be troublesome. So here, what will you do now? What are you going to do now? On queen into, what will you do at this point? Ramakrishna goes, he wants to obstinately wants to go for attack. Now what is the threat here? Now, now let's blow the center. I don't want to block. I don't want to block my pawn. And knight into knight makes nothing because it is hardly any impact on the white position. So coming queen makes no sense here. So here I would like to do just open up the position. White has three pieces in attack, but I will tell you now for attack the five conditions. I told five conditions. Condition number one: opponent king must be weak. When you consider a weak king position, there is no guard. King has no guard. That and also targets weak position. Number two, the center must be good. Number three, you must have three, four pieces in attack. So in attack, which piece? Own king safety. So I think the attack is will not be successful. You cannot force open the position. Now g5. Okay, g5, g5. All right. He wants to give a threat. So I would like to take it. So you will take it. What else? Otherwise, I am going to stutter further. So you take or you want to play. You will take it. What else? Yeah, I agree. The pawn is a weakness, but your white black bishop is not there. See, the target point, your pieces must be there in action. So after taking, now own king is bad. How are you going to attack this position? So what are you going to do? G5, I will take it. I will going to take it. And G5, okay, take. Now H4. I will ignore this. Now I am going to ignore this. Now queen into pawn, a tempo will come. You have to take, I think. Knight cannot move. A tempo. Move, move the king, queen. Maybe I can improve two or three moves. Then by this idea, your thoughts. Okay. So here now RG1, RG1, I am going to exchange. I want to exchange pieces. So if you play bishop here, RG1 will not be correct. That is why it is better It is better you in this position. You want to do RG1. You reserve the idea. You first come here. I think maybe what I will do, I will utilize your idea in a different way. Now I get the idea how to utilize it. I will take it. I will take. You will take, then I will take it. Why? Because no pressure. I will take it. So you will take. Now I play queen b. So you defend. You defend the point c6. And now maybe here I would like to do rook g1. And idea g4, g4, h4, g5. And I'm ready to castle. If you see on the 10th move, now I'm ready here. I'm already, white is ready to castle. So maybe if I can move e3, bishop d3, it's a good idea. It is normal, theoretical, and it is playable. This is playable. Maybe I should play here s3, not revealing my card. Maybe s3, maybe bishop e3, maybe e3. So you develop complete development. अभी नाइट आएगा आइडिया नाइट f8 rook e8 because bishop is tied down for b7 तो नाइट आएंगे नाइट आने से अभी g4 खेलो हाँ play g4 so that next rg1 and I will try to do some activity but still I am not very happy about this. I am not happy to go for in this manner because white is to castle, white has to bring. It is not desirable to go in this manner. It is not correct. Of course, if black is a passive player not knowing, then we can attack. Suppose time pass करेगा तो attack आ जाएगा. Suppose you do time pass ऐसा कुछ करेगा idea night so attack आ जाएगा अभी आ जाएगा. तो इतना टाइम नहीं है तो ये भी नहीं करेगा. He might play here. What he can do? Maybe queen b6 is a good. It's a good move. So that queen exchange solving all problem, development also. He has bishop pair now. ये मेरे साथ खेला था कौन है जिम्मी लिू there was a player called Jimmy Liu played this pawn into pawn and queen with me. Jimmy Liu. I don't know whether that game is in data. Asian champion. I played the Asian team championship at Singapore, and Jimmy Liu was white. He took pawn takes pawn and queen b3. Okay, you are right. There was your king safety, coordination, center, and target. We cannot attack a solid king. You cannot attack a well guarded and solid king. There has to be a target. Opponent king must be weak. Then only you can attack. So, okay, anyway, it is an interesting idea, Ramakrishna. I don't discourage. It is an interesting idea. Now I want to play rook g1, g4. Grunfeld, c5. No, this is not correct. Now there are variations he can play. This is like Gary Kasparov and Karpov. They played a lot. Now for pawn push, he took he took sorry, for pawn push knight a5. Then he took took took. Now this counter play. Whether you play with a king or whether you play with a queen, knight c4 is entering. So this is discussed. This variation was tested in Kasparov-Karpov match. Kasparov is black. Or alternately, you can also play here after the move pawn into no. I think maybe knight a5 directly also. So it is interesting. This is a very slow line and not correct. You cannot take d4 pawn, that is bad, losing material, inviting trouble. This is invitation, plus minus. The position is plus minus now. Find a plan. White to play and win. Find a plan. Yes, yes. Ramakrishna, I appreciate your creativity. You know, your Rukji one is a creative plan. It is not bad. I don't discourage. So it is a good one. Always keep trying new ideas. Not bad at all. Now the point is, the bishop is already ready made. Queen is there. That means the knight should go to this point. He cannot take the knight. So knight there, it is good. And if you take the pawn, this is only I have to defend this point. So up here doing not now, the threat remains. The threat remains, and another piece is joining. Another piece is joining. So queen into pawn is not a good idea. So here he played in the game f6. What else? सेकंड रैंक अभी ये आ रहा है, ये आ रहा है, मारेगा तो मरेगा, नहीं मारेगा तो मरेगा. So better stop. Now the position is completely disaster. So black has been outplayed. अभी कैसा फिनिश मारना है? If परमार n4 करेक्ट मूव f6 खेला, अभी क्या करना है? अभी it is like a puzzle actually. It's a puzzle. रूक कमिंग टू थर्ड रैंक, साक. अभी रूक रेडी हो गया, रूक को तैनात कर दिया इधर. अभी साक मारेगा, मारेगा. सॉरी ये अभी ये मारेगा. अरे ये करो, ये निकालो. अभी ये मारेगा. अरे अगेन इट इज शोइंग. आई डोंट नो. चलो इसको भी निकालो, इसको भी निकालो. अरे समथिंग इज रॉन्ग हियर. कैसे चला गया? ये आया, ये आना चाहिए. अरे समथिंग स्टक. ओके चलो, दिस इज द थ्रेट. खत्म. Queen into f8, mate is threatened, and after taking it, bishop into pawn, mate threatened. You cannot accept that, and rook g3 is coming. Now cannot play queen into, cannot play rook into, nothing. अभी you cannot play queen into pawn, you cannot play rook into mate. हो जाएगा तो pawn into queen only move, but then bishop check. Cannot take that. You cannot queen into rook g3 will win the only move, and now the finish queen check. Mate हो जाएगा. Now फिर भी ये मेनी टाइम्स यू नीड ए मेटिंग पैटर्न. आपका माइंड में एक मेटिंग पैटर्न चाहिए. तो क्या है? यू नीड ए मेटिंग पैटर्न. नॉट बिशप g6. आपको ये रूक को यहाँ लाना है, थर्ड रैंक, एंड देन बिशप हियर एंड पुल द बिशप. सो रूक टेम्पो, बिशप अटैक्स, खत्म. मेट है. मेटिंग पैटर्न. यू नीड टू गो फॉर ए मेटिंग पैटर्न. ओके, सो आई लीव दैट. एक दो गेम और दिखाएगा। Strategic mistake by black. Black makes a strategic error. Now this is better to play queen e7. अभी ये अच्छा मूव है, अभी ये अच्छा मूव है, अभी ये भी अच्छा मूव है बैक. These are the three moves because you actually exchange your helping black white. Your good bishop, you have given your good bishop. Now the point is you should, after exchanging, black should cover all dark square with the pawns. Black को भी सब pawn को cover कर लेना है. Queen e5, d6. Now if you play g3, queen e7. Now come here, you cover up. This is how you should play. But in the game, he played bad. Opening the game is bad. Dark square problem आएगा. White is better. Strategically, white is better. It is bad. To open the position when you are not fully coordinated, the wrong thing. White is coordinated. White rooks are coordinated already. Already coordinated. And king is safe. Now you are not coordinated. Opening the game will favor a player who is more developed. White is more developed. So black has no right. No right to attack. Center. It's a bad position already. Playing very nicely. If you study Karpov's games, आपका positional sense, if you, I will name you, आपका positional game improve करना है, तो you study Karpov, Kramnik, Smyslov, Petrosian, Botvinnik, Polgas. These are the players. You study now. What are centralization? सारे पीस काम कर रहा है, सेंटर अच्छा है, सब तैनात किया है. All will turn out badly. Anything will turn out bad for black. Good move. Okay. Good move. White to play. Please find out. Can somebody suggest me? White is virtually dominating the position. करना क्या है? Queen exchange. This is terrible. If you exchange, this will be a terrible position. This is terrible because once this pawn falls, then this will be a target. ये गया तो ये जो डायगोनल पे है में ये बिशप ये नाइट ये जाएगा. यू कैनॉट साइड पान लेगा तो ये जाएगा कि. सो यू कैनॉट एक्सचेंज क्वीन और यू दिस इज अनडिजायरेबल. अनडिजायरेबल. सो तो उसने क्या खेला? ही प्लेड क्वीन. अपना काम हो गया. अभी ओपन क्वीन बैक. पोजिशन इज प्लस माइनस. एनीथिंग इज बैड. आई विल नॉट एबल टू सजेस्ट. बैड पोजिशन में कुछ कह नहीं सकता. एक तो अभी ये भी आएगा मेरा, ये जो है कभी ना कभी ये भी आएगा मेरा. दिस विल बी टारगेट ऑल्सो. तो ये गया. नाउ आई वांट टू प्ले F5. कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. मारो पासपान. पासपान रेडी होगा विथ अ थ्रेड F5. So how should you play now? अभी I am asking you everybody, pigeon अभी है आपके पास आते हैं? यस यस, द पिजन कम रेगुलरली. अभी मैं अगर विंडो ओपन कर देगा दो पिजन आ जाएगा, तुरंत आ जाता है, 2-3 मिनट में. मैं विंडो ओपन किया तो पिजन पर ये मीन्स कम नियरली 2 फीट डिस्टेंस फ्रॉम मी, मेरे से 2 फीट दूर रहता है बस. अभी क्या करोगे? द पॉइंट इज यू शुड हैव ए विजन. ये बिशप का इसका धार देखो. अभी ये जो क्वीन, ये जो है, ये रुक इंटू मार देंगे, खत्म, गेम ओवर. अभी ये मूव, अभी ये किया, ये बैड मूव है, लेकिन गुड मूव क्या है? विल टर्न आउट एनीवे बैड. अभी ये मारो, मारा, अब ये थ्रेट बचो. हाँ, अभी ये आएगा, अभी क्या करेंगे? अभी थ्रेट है, ये आएगा, तो अभी रुका है. द पोजिशन इज क्लियर, टेरिबल. अभी बिशप इज कमिंग, दिस बिशप इज कमिंग, दिस नाइट इज कमिंग, देन टेरिबल. इट इज नॉट अ प्लेबल पोजिशन. दिस इज टेरिबल पोजिशन. यस यस, वीडियो में स्क्रीन पे आए थे. इफ यू वांट टू डेमोन्स्ट्रेट, आई विल ओपन द विंडो, तुरंत दो पिजन आ जाता है, इमीडिएटली टू पिजन्स कम. खत्म कर दिया, खत्म कर दिया कारपो, रुक इनटू पॉन, गेम ओवर, गया कुछ, रिजाइन रिजाइन. तो मिस्टेक क्या है? मिस्टेक इज, ये जो टिपिकल मिस्टेक, ये मार के ओपन नहीं करना है. अगर बिशप मारा तो डार्क स्क्वायर को कवर करो. यू प्ले कैसल, क्वीन E7, नाइट D7, E5. बेसिकली आयरोनियन गेलफांड गेम में एक ब्लंडर मारा. गेलफांड ठीक खेल रहा था, इज ए ग्रेट प्लेयर. अभी दिस पोजीशन, इट इज प्रैक्टिकली इक्वल, इक्वल पोजीशन. अभी ये खेला, तो नाउ रूक इज अटैक, रूक हैज टू मूव. So the correct move after rook e8, it is equal. After rook e8, the game is equal. But he blundered. After rook e8, it's a draw. कुछ नहीं है, draw. But a typical blunder. Game खत्म हो. The player must be vigilant. The back rank is weak. तो डबल अटैक, डबल अटैक, बैक रैंक. एक तो अभी यहाँ अटैक है, ये नाइट, क्वीन इज अनप्रोटेक्टेड, और ये नाइट हिल नहीं सकता है. क्या करेगा अभी? रुक इनटू मारा तो बैक रैंक मैट. अभी ये गया, पीसी गया. Knight is a weak point and the back rank is not clear. So lost. So ये blunder मारा. So I will not discuss this game. This is a pure blunder. Last game करेंगे ये. Yeah. This is not good moves. You know, at this point here, at this point, this is discouraging. The BG5 move is discouraging to play Benoni because you can't play E6 breakage. So I would say here, mm, I would say he played, this is okay. There is nothing wrong in this position. So this is okay. This is not good. आपको यहाँ H6 नहीं खेलना. Maybe you should open up the game now. Maybe You should play like a Benko Gambit type of खेलना है. All this is not going to work. अभी रेडीमेड अटैकिंग सेटअप आ रहा है. रेडीमेड अटैक फॉर व्हाइट इज कमिंग नाउ because of the bad king side play and no development. खत्म ही हो गया. Simply h file, zip pawn and h file. There is no development. It's just like one-sided game. खत्म. Whatever you do, it is gone. And next night discover check. खत्म. Losing material and game also. And after this, the queen is lost with a tempo. I will give a check and also take and with a tempo. और ये जाएगा. So where is the mistake they are doing? I will tell you how to handle such positions. Somebody, somebody playing King's Indian defense. Okay, d4 he played castle, no problem. Okay, on bishop g5, how to handle this? I think I should play here d6. d6. Now he'll play e4. Okay, what else? So here I want to play here knight a6. Now if you play normal moves, I will play c5. What are you going to do now? This is premature. आपको अभी प्रूव करना है. क्या करना है अभी? Your queen cannot come here. Are you going to play queen d2? Hello. So I think this is you have to keep developing the pieces any which way. Let us say you queen d2. Okay. Now I am not afraid. अभी ये आएगा h4 h5 खेलेगा मारेगा. चार मूव है. So no need to waste time thinking that he will come here. I am not going to capture. एक move. Pawn h4. Then pawn h5. Or taking means I will take with f pawn and then defense is rook. So there is no attack, not to worry about it. So what should we do here? Maybe here I should play here c6, making a road for my queen. You want to castle? Welcome, welcome back. Or you want to go castle this way? Then why are you doing queen d2? So a player should develop all the time. Okay, let us say you plays e4, knight a6, and you play something like bishop to e2, e2. Now I would concentrate on development bishop here. Now you castle. I want to hit the actually and dark square I want to play. So here I think I will play now c5. I want to go because I want to eliminate this. I fight for the square. So you have to push d5. नहीं तो मैं मार देगा and pawn takes pawn with counter play. So you will push. If white is ambitious, you will push this. One job over. अभी ये मार दो क्योंकि वो nd2 खेलेगा. Then ये मार दो. The bishop plays no role here. I think this is all okay. Everything looks okay to me. Now you bring knight d7. Do not create a weakness. Now trying to break all these things will not so good. Now I want to concentrate. एक तो ये diagonal open है और ये बंद हो गया. अब e5 नहीं आएगा. Now I will concentrate. I will concentrate on knight c7, a6, b5 and break. ये diagonal पे और ये file पे मुझे play चाहिए. Now I want to prepare. You want to attack? Welcome. Knight. I will ignore all these things. Next plan, I want to go a6 b5. a6 b5 करेगा. You want to play rook e1 a6 b5 break. So you will play a4. अभी अभी मैं दे सकता हूँ, अभी भी कर सकता हूँ लगता है. Do one thing. RB8 खेलो. I want to break open the position. b5 ab a counter play. I want to go for b5 break. You can play b2 or you can play a5. If you play a5, anyway I will open. I will not care. दोनों के पास weakness है. दोनों के पास weakness है. अभी मेरा वीक, ये कौन सा स्ट्रांग है, ये भी एक टारगेट है. सो काउंटर प्ले तो है. रुक b4, नाइट b6, क्वीन b8, ये सब आएगा. सो a5 को मैं एनीवे ब्रेक करेगा. व्हाट यू वांट टू डू? प्ले बिशप e2 टू स्टॉपिंग माय ब्रेक. अब क्या करना है? अभी नाउ एट द मोमेंट ये क्वीन को फ्री कर, क्योंकि ये बिशप को भी रखना है मुझे. आई वांट टू यूटिलाइज. सो एक मूव के लिए इसको सेव करो. फर्स्ट आई थॉट ऑफ प्लेइंग क्वीन हियर, but there is no plan, and these are anti-positional moves. These are anti-positional moves. So I think this is a correct move. So this makes my queen free. Let him play. Now he has plan. He can bring the rook here. This rook can come to enter the third rank. And other plan is to play some move f4 e5. Two plan. Whatever you will do, I think in any variation I will have counter attack. You want to play f4, you try f4. In any case, anyone else went to demonstration of the pigeons like सर, लेकिन फिर वो वापिस जाता है विंडोज. या अभी they come for food and water. I give them little water and little some food. They come morning, I give them evening, I give them. The moment क्लास बंद होगा, मैं ओपन करता हूँ, आ जाते हैं. अभी ओपन करता हूँ. अभी ओपन करता हूँ, क्लास का टाइम हो गया. थोड़ा देर में आ जाएंगे. Okay, I will discuss all this thing tomorrow and continue with the topic of action. Play actively. Okay. So thank you very much being with me. नहीं, घर में आते नहीं है. Pigeons does not enter. They come to the court. move around little bit, say hello to me sometime. अब आ जाएंगे 5-10 मिनट में आ जाएंगे. ओके. तो अभी क्या करेंगे, थोड़ा थोड़ा गंदा कर देते हैं कभी कभी, थोड़ा थोड़ा कर लेते हैं, मैं सह लेता हूँ. ओके. ऑल राइट. So okay, take care friends. So I will see you again tomorrow morning at 9:30. तब तक bye.